A huge thank you to our channel member, Bernice Thompson. I have to be so careful with this because I want to hear it, but at the same time, it could be quite interesting. Yes, welcome along then, ladies and gentlemen, to your Friday watch along here on the Departure Lounge YouTube channel. I hope you are doing well, and we are here for the opening game of the Premier League season as we watch Manchester United take on Fulham at Old Trafford. Kickoff tonight is at 8 o'clock. But we are looking forward to this one because I think this is going to be a fascinating game. At least I am. I'm looking forward to this. I think it's going to be quite an interesting game. There is a poll in the chat to vote for who you think is going to win. Excuse me. Yeah, do vote and let me know what you think. Also, get your score predictions in as well. Because very quickly, before we go into anything, here's what we did on our second channel that we're not going to use as much. Here we go. So, if you can see, that's our Premier League predictions, or my Premier League predictions at least, for this coming season. So I've got Man City to win, Arsenal second, Liverpool third, and Man United to actually hit the top four. So this will be a good indication to see where they are at for this upcoming season. Then I've got Spurs in fifth, Villa in sixth, Newcastle in seventh. The team I support, Chelsea, in eighth. West Ham in 9th, Brighton 10th, Crystal Palace 11th, Fulham in 12th, Brentford 13th, Bournemouth 14th, Everton 15th, Ipswich to stay up in 16th, Wolves in 17th, Nottingham Forest in 18th, Leicester 19th, and Southampton 20th. That's what I think. That's what I think. Let me know what you think. Yes, you. Let me know what you think in regards to this. I'll keep it on the screen just so people can have a look. And then just, if you want to try and have a think about the predictions and everything else like that, let us know what you think as we go into it. But let's say hello to those that are in the chat, including Wayne. Hello to you. Hope you're doing well. Carl Crawford. Hello to you. Gemma. Bernice Thompson. And anyone else that's lurking in the background. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, we'll have a quick early look just while we are waiting for kickoff at the teams. Here we go. Starting with Manchester United, they give a debut today to Noussair. Have I spelled his name right? I have. Noussair Mazraoui, the number 3 for Manchester United. Let me just, because I'm getting a little bit confused here with the sound. Cool. So Andre Onana starts in goal, number 24. Number 20, Diego Darlow. Number 5, Harry Maguire. Number 6, Lisandro Martinez. Number 3, Noussair Mazraoui, playing at left back for United today in a 4-2-3-1 style formation. Number 18, Casemiro. Number 37, Kobbie Mainoo. Number 7, Mason Mount. Number 10, Marcus Rashford. Number 16, Amad Diallo. And number 8, the captain who is playing up front, Bruno Fernandes. Evening, Sarah. Hope you are doing well. Get your predictions in the vote, and also at the same time, let me know what you think the score will be. Wayne's going for a 1-1 draw. Carl going for a 2-1 win to Fulham. Interesting. I'll give some stats out in a second. But the Fulham team looks like this. Number 1, Captain Bernd Leno in goal. Number 2, Kenny Tete. Number 31, Issa Diop. Number 3, Calvin Bassey. Number 33, Anthony Robinson. Number 20, Sasa Lukic. Number 18, former Man United player Andreas Pereira. Number 11, Adama Traore. Number 32, and making his debut for Fulham, signed from Arsenal, Emil Smith-Rowe. Number 17, Alex Iwobi. And number 9, Rodrigo Muniz. So that's the team. What do we think? Also, again, predictions. These are my league predictions right here. What are we thinking? Sarah's gone for Man United 5-0. She's definitely on the vodka. She's on the voddy. Carl says top 5. I'm going to say Arsenal to win, the Man City, Liverpool, Newcastle and Spurs. So United not even to make the top 5, which is fascinating if you ask me. So she's on the gin. Sorry, don't confuse it. She's on the gin. She's on the gin. I think United are going to win here 2-0. But that's at least that's my prediction. At least I think United are going to win here 2-0. Just turn that sound down a little bit, and let's get whilst we're waiting. In fact, no, I can't. I can't do that at all. So there you go. I'll bring this up again at some point, maybe at halftime, just so we can have a nosy at it. But there you go. How was your Friday? Let me know how your Friday was. We're waiting for the game to start. We've got 19 minutes before we are due to kick off here for the brand new Premier League season. Gemma, yep, that's exactly how it works. One with the most points wins. Sarah says, I'm wondering if I have one can of gin before my dentist appointment tomorrow. Will they know? No. What doesn't hurt them, or what they don't know doesn't hurt them, right? Carl says Man United's going to be mid-table by the end of the season. Oh, I don't think so. I think that's very bold. I don't think United are going to be mid-table. What I find quite interesting, actually, with the Man United lineup is that they are not playing with strikers. I think that's quite an interesting and bold move, if you ask me. But we will see. We will see. But yes, I think this is gonna be a fascinating game. I think fascinating to watch. They'll smell it surely. Well, I mean, not necessarily. Sarah cleaned, walked the dogs and the kids. Something about that phrase is a little bit suspect. I don't know if it's just me. It might be me. Just yeah, walking. Okay, no, I get what you mean. Carl says day has been good. Finished work early and then chilled out for the afternoon. And Sarah says can't believe only 2 weeks until school. I cannot wait for the summer holidays to finish. The roads down here are horrific. Walk them to the park. Paul Hussey, hello to you. Paul Hussey's gone for Bruno Fernandes to score anytime and both teams to score. Very good. I like that. David Bone, hello to you. Says, evening all. Hope you had a good week. Mine's been quite busy, actually. But we had to chill out with a football watch along. The opening game of the Premier League season. Tomorrow we're back from about 12:15 for Ipswich against Liverpool. And then we will be in the evening watching West Ham against Aston Villa. Possibly with a stream in the evening of Gartic, who knows? Jim says Dave was okay, been in the office again all day. I'm going to get the chat up on my phone here because it's probably going to be the best way for me to do this. Give me 2 seconds. I've just been called. Give me a sec. Right, sorry about that. Yeah, so I think having Bruno Fernandes at any point to score tonight, I think is probably a good decision. Aye, you did hear correctly. Jesus Christ. Right, give me a sec here. Hang on. What am I doing? Oh yeah. Right. So, what I didn't do is go through the substitutes. So let me just do that very, very quickly. If I go back onto the lineups here. So substitutes for Manchester United tonight. Number 14, Christian Eriksen. 43, Toby Collier. Number 39, Scott McTominay. Number 4, Matthijs de Ligt, who is the new signing, who's on the bench, doesn't start. Number 1, the goalkeeper Altay Bayindir, who we saw at the Euros. Number 11, Joshua Zirkzee, who hasn't debuted yet for Man United. Number 21, Anthony. Number 35, Johnny Evans. And number 17, Alejandro Garnacho. Substitutes for Fulham. Number 6, Harrison Reed. Number 28, Jay Stansfield. Number 23, Stephen Bender. Number 7, Raul Jimenez. Number 10, Tom Kearney. Number 15, George Cuenca. I'll go again. George Cuenca. 21, Timothy Castagni. 24, Joshua King. And number 8, Harry Wilson. We are drawing ever closer to kick-off here. Get your predictions and thoughts in. Sarah says, what happened to Luke Shaw? Luke Shaw, I have no idea. I don't think he's fit enough still. Even though he played at the Euros. Maybe he picked up another knock or something. I'm not entirely sure. Oh dear. I always worry when David goes quiet. Sarah says the thing said knee injury or something, so maybe he's picked up another knock. But yes, football's back. We've got a busy weekend of watch-alongs as well. A busy weekend. We've got, as I said, Liverpool, Ipswich tomorrow, as well as West Ham, Aston Villa. And then Sunday we've got Chelsea against Manchester City. So deadline as well for the Fantasy Premier League stuff has come and gone. So that's done. We got our contestants for this year, or this season, ready to do battle. It's going to be interesting to see what happens this season in our Fantasy Premier League. I suppose if you're prepared to be a week behind, you can still join. Paul says Oscar Bob is out for 3 to 4 months at Man City. He is, which is a bit of a shame for him because he obviously did very well against Man United. So in the Community Shield and looked quite bright for this season. But yeah, hopefully it doesn't set him back too much. But we are, what are we now? 11 minutes away from kickoff. We'll quickly talk Man United and their transfer dealings. They've had a strong, they've had a very strong or strongish transfer window. It has to be said. I mean, they've obviously signed Matthias de Ligt, who's on the bench, and they've also signed Nuasir Mazari, who obviously starts today. And obviously they're in talks to try and sign. They've also signed Joshua Zirkzee as well, who had a good season last season at Bologna, getting them to the Champions League. So they've had a strong transfer window, but it's a case of just seeing if they can put that into fruition. I still think they'll make the top 4 personally. I can't see why they wouldn't, but then again, we can come back to this at the end of the season in May and then go, you were wrong, and I'll sit there and go, probably. So what I want to know from those in the chat, I'd like to kind of know what the team that's going to overachieve. I've gone for Ipswich. I think Ipswich will overachieve this season. I think they'll do what the Sheffield Wednesday did. And they'll do a great season first time round, and then they'll get relegated next season. At least that's my prediction. Carl says one of mine has gone on loan. Oh dear. I think Rodri's injured or not playing for Man City Sunday. So I had to sub him out. So Wayne reckons Newcastle will have a decent season if they can stay injury-free. I think that's the main thing as well. I've seen a lot of angry Liverpool fans about the lack of signings. So 8 minutes away from kickoff now. Teams ready to come out. Rob says, read an article today from the bookies. A lot of folk backing Arsenal, and some expect Man City to possibly get a point deduction under the FFP rules. It'll be interesting to see what happens with Man City. They're going to have their hearing next month. They've got their hearing next month, and then obviously we'll know in the new year what happens. But wouldn't be wrong, it wouldn't be a bad idea to back Arsenal just in case a points deduction does come in. And Paul says, Rodri definitely not playing according to Pep. That's what I read, so... Should be fine. Wayne went with... obviously, Wayne is operating the Departure Lounge channel once again. After last night's confusing... last night's confusing but very successful run. Carl says... Wayne says, I went with Arsenal for the win. He did. In his predictions, he did say that Arsenal would win the league. Carl says, could you imagine if Man City get put to the bottom of the table? See, so I was discussing this with Wayne earlier, and I took him back to 2006 when Italy won the World Cup. Everything was looking rosy, and then all of a sudden there was a big scandal, huge, about match fixing, and Juventus got hit very hard with the match fixing stuff to the point they got relegated to Serie B. It would be what's the word I'm thinking of? I don't know, let's go for a different one. It'd be ginormous if City were to be relegated because of what's happened. So it'll be one of those when it's have to just wait and see. I think it's probably the best thing to do. Wait and see. Just let the football do its thing, and then come the new year, see what the outcome for Man City is. Because again, at the same time, they could still pass it, and if they do, I think there's going to be huge uproar. Paul says West Ham could be in contention for a European place this season. I do fancy West Ham to do well. Where did I put them? Nope, not that one. That one there. So I put West Ham 9th, but I again, depending on how we do, obviously I'm a Chelsea fan, so I say we as in Chelsea. Depending on how well we do, and obviously the likes of Newcastle and maybe Villa, because they're going to have extra games this season, being in the Champions League. Who knows? They could very well finish sort of 7th, or have maybe a very good cup run that might get them sort of European football that way. But I think West Ham, they've done well in the transfer window, and I think there's a very good chance that they could surprise a few people. So we are getting closer. Teams in the tunnel ready to come out, and we can get ready for this one. Let's get that sound turned up. I didn't get struck for the audio that came through the microphone from Tuesday when we did Swansea against Gillingham. How good was that, by the way? So, yes. So I don't know if the microphone's picking it up, you see. So if you're hearing it a little bit, it's not the end of the world. So at the moment, there's 10 votes in the poll. 30% reckon Man United are going to win it. 60% of you reckon it's going to be a draw. And someone has voted for Fulham to win. Okay, if you can't hear it, then that's even better. All right, here we go. So the stats are that Man United are the sort of the best team when it comes to the opening day, and Fulham not so much. So this is going to be interesting. And of course, last year Fulham won at Old Trafford as well, so there's also that to bear in mind. So we will see. We'll see what happens. But one of these teams will be top of the table tonight. only for a short while. Carl said I voted Fulham. Come on, Fulham. Go on, son. Vote for that Fulham. All right, look at the squad one more time. Lineups just before we get off and underway here. Manchester United lining up: 24, Andre Onana, Diego Darlow, Harry Maguire, Lisandro Lopez. I've done it again. I'm thinking of the striker. Lisandro Martinez, Nuacer Mazraoui, Casemiro, Kobe Mainoo, Mason Mount, Marcus Rashford, Amad Diallo, and Bruno Fernandes. Is expected that Mason Mount and Bruno Fernandes will lead the line. For Fulham, Bernd Leno, the captain. In goal, Kenny Tete, Issa Diop, Calvin Bassey, and Anthony Robinson. Sasa Lukic, Andres Pereira playing against his former club, Adama Traore, Emil Smith-Rowe on his debut for Fulham, Alex Iwobi, and Rodrigo Muniz. All right. Underdogs to win their first match. Why not? Says Carl. Absolutely. It can happen. Like I said, Fulham have won here before. All depends on how the hangover from the Community Shield is for Man United rather. So what I want to know, just very quickly whilst I'm here, how loud is the audio coming through the microphone in terms of what you can hear? Is it that bad? I've got to turn it down. Carl says, I wonder what Smith-Rowe can bring to Fulham. Fulham lost João Palhinha to Bayern. So there's a massive gap that's left behind. But I'm intrigued to see how Nuacer Mazraoui does for Manchester United. But we will see. Moments away from kickoff. I am delayed in regards to the live feed. So just bear in mind, if anything happens, I won't see it. I think the move for Smith-Rowe will do him really well at Fulham. Seems pretty quiet. Absolutely fine. That's all I need to know. So Premier League football is back after last season's end, so from May. So yes, we've had the Euros, and now we've had the EFL start, and now the Premier League is back. So here we go. Get your thoughts in throughout the game. And here we go. The Premier League is back, and we are off and underway for this one. United in their usual red, Fulham in their usual white. Ball over the top. And they're in already here, Man United. Flag's gone up. Rashford offside. But it was an opportunity to get in behind Fulham early on. Where am I going? Let's go here. So I get the chat up on my phone here, so it's easier for me to do things. Wicked. All right. Cool. Am I on time here? So 54, 55. Yeah, I am on time. Absolutely wonderful. Like that. Here is Muniz. One back though by United. So if you are watching along as well on Sky Sports, get your thoughts in as and when things happen. And I'll keep that poll going as well until there is a goal. As long as the audio is pretty quiet, that's all that matters. Two minutes gone. Looks as if, or close to 2 minutes gone rather. Looks as if United are going to play the possession game, pretty much like what they did with Man City. Just try and keep the ball, short passes. By the looks of it, Carl says audio is spot on. Happy days. So I think it's quite interesting as well that they've given Mazraoui debut, but not De Ligt. I'm just wondering if he's going to potentially go in instead of Maguire. I think that'd be quite an interesting call, really. Probably one that's needed. Diallo, short passes again. Kobe Mainoo out to Rashford on the left. Looking to try and swing it, but doesn't. Casemiro. It's a poor pass given away. Casemiro was under a lot of scrutiny last season, and there was rumours that he was going to leave in the summer, but he hasn't. But don't write Fulham off. Don't write Fulham off this one. It's a good ball. Fulham are on the attack here. Some short passing of their own. Bassey brings it forward for Fulham. Iwobi. Oh, it's a poor pass by Diop, but one back though by Fulham. Fulham just keeping the ball a little bit at the minute. Here is Smith Rowe. Iwobi. Maguire puts the ball out for a throw deep in the United half here for Fulham. Dama Traore. Foul, free kick to Fulham here in a dangerous position, given away by Kobe Mainoo. Carlson's been a good 5 minutes. Plenty of passing by both teams. It certainly has. Yeah, it's been a very good sort of. Is it tentative? I think it's the best way of putting it. Tentative. First 5 minutes or so. So Andres Pereira over the ball. This is probably going to go in the box, so we'll see what happens. Everything set and ready. Deflected in, and in the end it comes to nothing. Onana grabs it out of the air. Here is Mazraoui, who has gone to right back. So it looks as if Diego Darlow has gone to left back, which makes a bit more sense. Martinez on the ball for Manchester United. Jim, a very good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. United have won it back, and here goes Adama Traore, who is very, very quick. And very quick indeed. And he's got past Martinez here. Into the box. Can he pull it back? Oh, I'll tell you what, it's a chance. It's a very good chance. And that's the danger that Adama Traore brings. Tails are up for Fulham at the moment. Just need to do a lot better there. The pass or the pullback needed to be so much better. But signs that Fulham aren't going to let United roll over. Aren't going to roll over for United in this one. They're here to give them a game, and at the moment that's what they're doing. Carl says good chance for Fulham. Just needed to connect it better. Just need that pass. Just needed to be. Maybe sort of didn't need to go to Iwobi, needed to go to the man behind him. And if they'd done that, it would have been, probably would have been a lot better. A better opportunity there. Robinson over the top. Tell you what, space here. Smith Rowe got in behind the defence but didn't see him. Brilliant from Rodrigo. He's nutmegged his man out to Traore on the right-hand side. And he's gone for a shot there, but it's another warning sign. It's another warning sign for Manchester United. So evening, Jim. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, that ball needed to be one a little bit harder on the pass, and two needed to go to Rodrigo and not Iwobi, who he was trying to find. Casemiro out muscled by Iwobi there. Tell you what, Fulham holding the ball well. They are definitely holding the ball well. Yeah, Carl, don't give anything away. Don't, especially when people go goal and it's not. Shush. Shush. They're a good side, Fulham. Don't discount them too much. They are a decent side. Oh. Paul says, I see Exeter City lost on penalties to Walsall. They did. Yeah, they did. They lost on penalties. I think by the time I tried to turn it over and actually watch the penalties, I think it was already over. So that's how quick the penalties were in that one. No, Wayne, you cannot. Otherwise, I shall use my powers and take your powers away. Nicely done by Fulham, this. Little triangles under bit of pressure. Diop launches it long, looking for Rodrigo, but Maguire gets up. And it's a poor header by Kenny Tete, and it goes out for a throw to United. 10 minutes gone. Let us know your thoughts. I think this has been a real sort of to and fro sort of opening 10 minutes. I think Fulham have done well. United were decent for about 3 minutes, and then have sort of really slowed up a little bit. Martinez on the ball. Here is... It's a great cross in, and Leno grabs it. I think it was Fernandez who whipped it in. It was Fernandez who whipped it in. Diallo done well here, taking on his man. United typically looking for a penalty. Don't think there was anything in that really. And here come Fulham. Referee given the advantage. He needs to do. He's gone for it. Oh, I tell you what. I'll tell you what, it's a good effort from Kenny Tete. He had nothing on. Just a right foot curler. Very nearly caught Onana out. They're showing the replay here. No. 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 Never a pen for me. But how about the shot from Tete? They're just showing it. I'll tell you what, it's a great effort. Great effort, really making Onana work. Yeah, good save as well from Onana. But it's a chance, and Fulham have a corner, which is whipped in. Free header. Wow. United looking a bit shaky at the moment. I thought they would have. I thought they would have done. Well, I thought they would try and get a bit of a foothold on the game, but Fulham are really taking it to United at the moment. It's a great ball over the top, looking for Rodrigo. Just a bit lacking the accuracy. And now here goes Rashford on the left. Tete tracking him. Rashford doing well. I mean, so Andreas Pereira gives away the free kick. Let's just see if this was or not. Maybe. Carl says, how close was that for Fulham? Yeah, it was a good effort, to be fair. But again, United just looking for that penalty that they were just never going to get. So free kick on the left to be taken by, is it Fernandez? It's not. Diallo's put it in and the header goes over. Casemiro, but the flag goes up. Casemiro with the header putting it over the bar, but flag went up anyway. So if you're watching along, come and get involved in the chat. Trying to play out here, Fulham. And they didn't do that at all. Here goes Adama Traore. He's very quick. But Lisandro Martinez did really well. He did really well, did Lisandro Martinez. You know he's not going to get him for pace. But he just muscled him. Yeah, brilliant. Brilliant from Martinez. Just muscled him off the ball. He's a big fella, is Adama Traore as well, so he's not the easiest to shift off. Paul High says, not got a game on. Which way are the teams attacking? So, I've got to try and see if I can get this correct. So, Fulham are attacking right to left. And United are left to right. Is that the way they say it? Is that the way you say it? I'm sure it is. So they're in the left half, but yeah, left to right, isn't it? Pressure here, but Fulham deal with it quite well and cleared away by Robinson, but given away. Here is Kobe Mainu. Just didn't look for a pass there. And now here go Fulham. This is turning into a bit of an open game here, and that's a reckless foul by Mason Mount on Emil Smith-Rowe. And the first card of the brand new season goes to Mason Mount. It'll take long, 17 minutes. Mason Mount, who I think we're all expecting to do fuck all this season. It's worked out well going to United, isn't it, Mason Mount? Would I take him back at Chelsea? Probably not. Iwobi loses it in a very dangerous position here. Here come United, but it's a poor pass by Casemiro again. And Fulham sort of let off there a little bit. I somehow think that Mason Mount won't be starting many games this season for United. Good old Mount, says Carl. Yeah. Iwobi. Great ball. Oh, too much on it for Anthony. Oh, he's offside anyway. Shame. Shame, because it was a very good reverse ball. It's a shame. Paul says, is Johnny Evans in the squad tonight? Yeah, he's on the bench. He's on the bench for United. So too is Matthias de Ligt as well. So I assume at some point we may see him, unless they are going to... De Ligt, not Johnny Evans, unless they're going to maybe wait. So my guess would be potentially, I suppose Ten Hag may go back three, or with wing backs, or sort of moving forward, or he wants to go with the two at the back and have like De Ligt and Martinez as the sort of the main partnership. That's my guess, anyway. Tell you what, it's a great ball in, and United's first shot of the game was after 19 minutes. It's a poor one by Bruno Fernandes. So United, they just showed a graphic of United in the opening sort of 20 minutes or so. They've not had a shot or a shot on target, whereas Fulham have had 3 and 1 on target. And Bruno Fernandes can't quite connect on it. Shot's gone wide. Or side netting, rather. Mount, Casemiro. Oh, you've reminded me of the penalty. I've forgotten all about the Johnny Evans penalty. Highlight the season already, that is. We haven't even started it. It's the highlight of the season. Johnny Evans penalty against Man City. Oh, it was a thing of beauty for all the wrong reasons, but it was a thing of beauty. It was absolutely excellent. Maguire on the ball, sending it forward to Amad Diallo. Oh, he's outskilled himself basically, but it's a poor pass. And again, another poor pass by Diallo, and Fulham can bring it away. Here's Rodrigo. Brilliantly done. Had a bit of a breakout season last season, Rodrigo Muniz. Look at this. Look at the space he's got to whip that ball in. That's really bad defending. Maguire clears it. Or maybe Ten Hag was right. Maybe United aren't ready for this for the new season. The amount of time that Kenny Tete had to whip that cross in is for a United fan very worrying. You would expect a bit more closing down there. But never mind. If you're enjoying the watch along so far, do feel free while you're here to smash the like button. It helps us out immensely. And if you are new around here as well, do feel free to subscribe. It helps us out too. Carl says it was a blinder. Oh, honestly, thing of beauty. I've watched it so many times. Here's Mazraoui into Fernandez, but it's a great tackle by Sasa Lukic. And Fulham can pass their way out of trouble. Until they give away a free throw-in. Which goes to Manchester United. Yeah, I've watched it so many times. It's it's a blinding penalty. You just knew that when he stood, like when he walked up to it, you just knew it was all going to go pear-shaped, and it did. Oh, there he is. There's old Anthony Taylor. Didn't take long for it to ruin the season already. Bloody Anthony Taylor. Free kick goes in. Free header. And Casemiro again. But he's offside once again. Bit of a hello. Onana using his head. I think Fulham have done well here. I don't know what the chat thinks, but I think Fulham are holding their own here. I think it's just whether they can keep it going for the entire game, and then hope it gets them a result. I think they'll probably take a draw. Second card of the season coming out here. Calvin Bassey after the reckless tackle on Mason Mount. So one card each for Fulham and for Manchester United. Mason Mount was the one who got booked for Manchester United, and now Calvin Bassey goes into the book. Carl says Fulham are looking very strong. They're looking good, and United just basically aren't at the moment. Mazraoui on the ball. On the right hand side here, Amad Diallo. Whipped in by Casemiro. Back post. Rashford couldn't get there. Dangerous cross that from Casemiro, but United still on the attack here. Reverse ball in to Kobe Mainoo. Here is Casemiro. Oh, it's dear. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Casemiro. All the time in the world to have that shot. But over the bar it goes. But it's good from United. Much better. Much better from United. Carl says Bassey showing Mount how to get a yellow properly. Oh, dear. Deary, deary, deary. United just starting to come into it a little bit now. But Fulham will still be a threat. If the ball goes out of play, it's a poor pass really to try and find Kenny Tete. Rashford. Mainu. No. Went down like a sack of spuds then. So definitely the right call by the referee. Just trying to calm the game down a little bit now, Fulham. Keeping hold of the ball as much as they can. We're back tomorrow with Ipswich versus Liverpool and West Ham Aston Villa. And then Sunday we've got Chelsea versus Manchester City as well. Oh, it's a poor pass. And it's Fernandez. Poor. He's trying to go outside of the right foot. I mean, Bernd Leno can breathe a sigh of relief, but I don't know why he just doesn't use his left foot to bend it around the goalkeeper. He's tried to use the outside of the foot. And Fulham get away with that one. Good crossfield ball by Darlow. Fernandez. Now Amad Diallo. Right hand side for United. Maguire switching. Loads of room for Rashford on that left hand side. Mazraoui. Poor pass. And then taken out by Casemiro. Yeah, it's a poor pass out. But the ball there is... I don't know why he's using the outside of his foot. Surely you've got to be doing a lot better than that. It's poor. It's poor from Fernandez. Really poor. Carl says United are getting desperate for that first goal now. It's. I don't think the thing is, just swing a left foot at it. Surely it's better to do that than it is to. It's better to do that than try and be fancy and try and do it the outside of the right foot. You're giving yourself more work to do. Just swing a left foot at it. So 15 to go before half-time. Still 0-0 here. Maybe on the basis of the last sort of 5-10 minutes, United look like the likely team to score. Paul says it'll be interesting to see how Calvin Phillips does on loan at Ipswich. If it's anything like his West Ham loan, then not very well. But maybe that'll be the catalyst for Calvin Phillips. Because he'll get a lot of game time for sure. So... maybe that's what he needs. So here come United once again. Casemiro to Martinez. Ball goes in. Oh, and it very, very nearly found Bruno Fernandes. Good ball in from Darlow, just couldn't get anything on the end of it. So, big welcome to those that are watching and those that have popped in. If you could feel free to get involved in the chat whilst you're here, or at least come and say hi. Why not? Come say hi. Come and say hello. Even if it's the only thing you do, come and say hello. Here's Mason Mount. United going backwards, but doing well to find some space. Mazraoui has luckily gone through here to Fernandes, who's just tried to do too much. And again, it's another opportunity for United. And Casemiro doing really well, chasing down Calvin Bassey as they're trying to play their way out, and he wins a throw as well because it's come off of Calvin Bassey. Casemiro, great ball in, great save as well. Bruno Fernandes denied, but it's a great ball by Casemiro, and United getting closer. United getting closer and closer to that first goal. Really good save by Bernd Leno. Let's see it again. Getting a bit lucky there. I'll tell you, it's a great ball. Great ball, but again, Fernandes. If he gets a bit of height in it, perhaps it goes over the goalkeeper. It's a very good chance. Very, very good chance. It's been all Man United now. Carl says United have woken up now, just need to perfect their finishing. I suppose you don't really see the goalkeeper coming in, but Mount's pass is a poor one. Fulham just a little sloppy at the moment. Jim says Slot, no new signings doesn't make Liverpool weaker. What he really means is FSG have told him no cash for signings. Fucking FSG, yes man. Well, we get to see how Liverpool do tomorrow. From 12:15, we'll be on the air to build up to Liverpool against Ipswich. So corner kick to Man United with 10 minutes or so to go before half-time. See, I still think Liverpool will still be up there in the top four. I think they'll definitely. I've got them down for third. I think they'll do well this season, regardless. I think regardless of whether they make signings or not, I think they've still got a very good team. It's all down to the injuries. Oh, and the header. Corner came in. It was Casemiro yet again. It's almost like you just think if a striker's there, maybe they get it on target. But Casemiro again with another opportunity that goes wide of the mark. So yes, Liverpool fans in the chat, let us know how you're feeling. Obviously, apart from Jim, let us know how you are thinking, how you're feeling. Sorry, come tomorrow lunchtime. I think it's going to be a very difficult game for Liverpool tomorrow, but I think they're going to have enough to get past Ipswich. Because Portman Road will be bouncing tomorrow, for sure. So Maguire on the ball for United, looking to try and get another attack going. Carl says Liverpool will definitely be in the top 4. I think so. It's going to take a catastrophic season and like maybe hit with injuries and everything else. I think that'll be the one to kind of stop Liverpool from doing well. But bearing in mind what we're on 16th of August, there's still a couple of weeks of the transfer window. They'll get maybe 1 or 2 in. Maybe just the 1, because I know they're looking for a midfielder at the moment. Doesn't help when they get rejected by targets as well. So Mainu. Casemiro looking for Fernandez again over the top, but doesn't find him. Fulham kind of deal with it, but it's coming back at them. Michael Painter says, good evening, Tom, Gemma, Sarah, Carl, Jim, Wayne, and Paul. Come on, Fulham. Can't stand Man United. Well, we're still waiting for that first goal to go in. But hope you're well, Michael. Welcome to this stream. Right at the back post here. Rashford keeps it in. Mason Mount can't do anything with it. Wins corner though. So United ending the half strong here. They've easily had the best chances. Bruno Fernandes has probably had both of them. Here is Fernandes, whips it in. It's cleared away by Bassi. In again by Lisandro Martinez. Oh dear. Oh. Well. Harry Maguire's gone to... oh dear, like a sack of shit. Let's have a look here. No. Clear dive from Maguire. He's got booked for it as well. Yeah, he dives. That's why you're shit, mate. That's why you're shit. Maguire goes into the book for diving. He's so shit. Michael Painter says he wouldn't make an actor. Oh, it's just laughable. Like, oh, he touched me. Like, you know damn well he never touched you. They come United again with just under 5 minutes or so to go. Rashford's tried to get round it. Volley comes in. And Casemiro again. I mean, he's had all the chances, but nothing for United to sort of write home about. What's the ref giving here? Yeah, ref's gone for a goal kick and given the goal kick as well.
Saturday night football is West Ham against Aston Villa from 5 o'clock. Got a double header on Super Sunday, starting with Brentford against Crystal Palace and followed by Enzo Maresca's Chelsea up against Manchester City.
Oh, don't remind me that we've got to take Man City on. Don't remind me of that, please. United free kick here. He's a big fella, isn't he? Adama Traore. So 2 minutes to go before half time here. It's not been a boring watch, to be fair. It's been definitely a fascinating game to watch. Fulham's best chance was from Kenny Tete trying to curl one round. Andre Onana. Bruno Fernandes has easily had the best chances for Manchester United. Carlos would be interesting, I reckon. Chelsea against City. Don't. I'm not optimistic about our chances this season. So every Chelsea game that's on, I'm going to be like, oh no. I'm dreading. But we are going to be watching that one as well. So United just playing a bit of keep ball here. We've got 30 seconds before we see how much injury time there is to add on. But yeah, nothing comes from it. It's a loose pass and goal kick. Kind of the sting of the game's been taken out. How do I word this? Sting's been taken out of the game, should we say? You see the bloke that was yawning just then as well. It's kind of how the last sort of 5 minutes or so has felt. Paul says could be a 4-4 draw like last season. I don't think so. I don't think so. Onana clears. Goes out for a throw. 1 minute of injury time, which means we have played we've got 20 seconds left of it. I think we're about to go into half time at 0-0. I'm just keeping the ball, and referee blows for half time. Well, it's I tell you, it's been an interesting half, this one, to say the very least. It's been, yeah. Try and sum that one up. Well, I think I'm going to end the poll there as well, by the way. Thanks to the 65 people who voted. Thank you. People still think that United will win. 61%. 26% reckon a draw. 12% for Fulham. Let's put the sound on to mute here. Let's get some background tunage going. Alright, so... Yeah, one of the Glazers was in the thing. I'm surprised he didn't get booed out of the bloody stadium, but... let's go through the stats for you. So, first half possession. Then, Manchester United 61% to Fulham's 39%. Manchester United total shots 6, 2 on target, 4 off target. Fulham 3 shots, 1 on target, 1 off target. They started well, had a few shots, and then have failed to really bring anything to the game. But the second half could always change that. Manchester United passing wise, I'll tell you what, it's actually quite close. Man United 291 to Fulham's 188. Bruno Fernandes with United's best chance, or chances, I should say. And Kenny Tete would be the one to have the very close opportunity for Fulham. So let's get your thoughts in. I'm going to disappear in a second just to grab a drink and a bit of a break before we come back for the second half. But yeah, let's see what you thought about the first half there. I thought very sort of not cat and mouse, but it's almost like it always feels like a start of the season game where teams are trying to find their fitness and everything else. Fulham did well for about 10-15 minutes in that first half, and United were, they started okay, then slacked off a little bit, and then sort of finished the half really, really strong. Probably should be 1-0 up, but at half time it is United 0, Fulham 0. Carl says, I think Fulham have played well in the first half, unlucky not to get a goal. Apart from the effort from Kenny Tete, they're sort of, I mean, they had that opportunity as well earlier in the game where Adama Traore should have cut it back to Rodrigo Muniz, I believe, as opposed to Alex Iwobi. But apart from that, they've not offered a great deal, but don't count them out, because they've got some good players. They've got some very good players, and they'll do well. They'll do well, I think. But doing well to hold Man United here to 0-0. Michael says, I think if you're going to win the league, you have to dominate the small clubs at the start of the season. I think for the likes of United, Liverpool, City and Arsenal, they've all got to start really well. Because it's almost like if you lose one of your opening games, losing 3 points is going to be like losing 6 points. It's almost like you're going to have to do a lot of work to get... Do you know what I mean? It's like the quality of the teams like Man City and Arsenal, the way that Arsenal have just projected themselves up the league and now have become genuine title contenders again. It's like if you lose one game, it's almost like 3 points. Losing 3 points turns into losing 6 points. So it's gonna be fascinating to see how this season is gonna pan out. Excuse me. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be very, very interesting, and I think we're in for a very decent second half as well, I would say. But yeah, so I'm gonna go and refill my drink. I'll be back in a mo with the second half. Back in a sec. Now's probably a good time for you lot to go and refill and replenish or snack up or whatever else whatever it is that you need to do. Toilet breaks, the lot. We'll be back for the second half shortly. Back in a bit. Okay. So not quite back at the half. I went to top my drink up and I've got it. I'm on cider this evening because I feel like after this week I've kind of needed it. So I'm on the old cider. So let us know, of course, if you are what you're enjoying for your go-to game drink and everything else. What you got? So once again, don't forget we are back. We are back tomorrow with Liverpool, Ipswich, and West Ham, Aston. Oh my God. West Ham, Aston Villa. So Liverpool, Ipswich were live from 12:15, and then same again, 5:15 for West Ham versus Aston Villa. Should be two very interesting games tomorrow. I'm looking forward to those. Michael Painter says Southampton have Newcastle away. If we get hammered, I think we will be in for a bad season as confidence will drain away fast. Don't think we are for the Premier League. So let's go through tomorrow's games and see if we can try and do a bit of a prediction for them. So Ipswich Liverpool at 12:30, then 3 o'clock is Arsenal Wolves, Everton Brighton, Newcastle Southampton, Forest Bournemouth, with West Ham Villa rounding out the Saturday games. So I think personally, Liverpool will win tomorrow against Ipswich, Arsenal will beat Wolves, Everton and Brighton will be a draw, Newcastle will beat Southampton, Bournemouth to do Forest, I reckon. And then maybe a draw, West Ham Villa. I think that's probably the best suited one. Let us know what you are thinking in regards to that. So Liverpool win, Arsenal win, Everton Brighton draw, Newcastle win, Bournemouth to beat Forest, and then West Ham Villa will be a draw. But a score draw. I think it'll be 1-1 tomorrow. Carl's gone 2-1 Liverpool for the Ipswich game. Carl also reckons that Villa will win 3-1 against West Ham. It's going to be interesting. I'll tell you what will be more interesting. It'll be interesting to see it'd be interesting to see if Nicholas Füllkrug starts for West Ham. I think if he does, sounds bizarre, but I think they'll have a very good opportunity to get a good result there against Villa, of course, who are playing extra games this season as well. So, will the European calendar also hinder their progress? Only time will tell. Of course, we'll also be doing Champions League watch-alongs as well once the draws are done. And of course, Thursday nights as well, we'll be doing Europa League or the Conference League, or most likely the Conference League, because that's the one that Chelsea are in. If they get knocked out in the qualifiers, then obviously we'll do Europa League stuff. But yeah, so we've got European stuff to come as well. Carl's gone for Arsenal 2, Wolves 0. Michael Painter says, I think the same as you, apart from the Forest Bournemouth, which will be a 3-3 draw. Fascinating. Carl says Newcastle 5-2 win. Why not? I think someone's going to get a pasting tomorrow. I do sort of think it could be. it could very well be Southampton on the end of the pasting tomorrow. Paul Hussey says, I see Jason Cundy and Jimmy O'Hara have a new show on Saturdays at 5:30 on TalkSport. Is that not because... And correct me if I'm wrong, is that not because of the fact that Mark Goldbridge now doesn't do the Saturday afternoon games. So the Saturday afternoon show. Am I right in thinking that?
Newcastle, Southampton, Everton, Brighton, West Ham, Villa, Brentford, Palace and Chelsea, Man City, then you could be in with a chance of winning £2 million for free. Head to the app or the website to...
All right, second half ready to go. All right, so I think there'll be a couple. I'd like to think there'll be a couple of goals in this one, in the second half. So fingers crossed we can get some goals. Won't be the worst thing if we didn't. But like I say, anyone that is watching, if you are enjoying it, do feel free to hit the like button. It helps the channel out immensely. I'm astonished at the number of people that we're getting into the streams, even if they don't stay. The views count, and it is quite incredible. So thank you. So if you could leave, feel free to leave a like on the way in and on the way out, whatever suits you best. Helps us out immensely. So here come the two sides. Michael Painter also thinking that Southampton are going to be the ones on the end of a pasting tomorrow.
Further encouragement for Manchester United, but as it stands, Gary, the United boss holding back on the changes.
Carl says Everton versus Brighton mid-table battle 2-2. I think it'll be a draw. I don't know. Brighton have got a new manager, so they're obviously, they may be on the up and looking to impress. They might. It's either a draw or Brighton will win. I don't think Everton have bought well this season, this summer. Sorry, I don't think they have. So no changes. We're about to get off and away for the second half. We're watching on Now TV, so our stream is a little bit delayed. But here we go. So no changes for either side during the halftime break. We did see shots of Joshua Zirkzee. Could come on. I think he will come on at some point. I mean, it'd be stupid not to, really, to not bring on a striker. But essentially, at the moment, they're playing with Mason Mount and Bruno Fernandes as strikers, and they are not natural strikers. So, bold move from Ten Hag, but here come Fulham with Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe, he did well, but the touch was poor. I'll tell you what, it's a poor. And Iwobi goes for the cross, and Mazraoui gets the block in, and Fulham have an early corner here. Fulham fans in voice. And goes the corner, flicked on by Iwobi, and it's a poor flick, if anything, so it comes to nothing, and United have a goal kick. Just need to get less on it from Iwobi. Leno scuffs his kick. Going to go out free for a United throw. Darlow will take it. Like I say, get thoughts in and everything else throughout the second half as well. Fulham have done well to win it back actually in the middle of the park. Here is Iwobi. It's a poor attempt at a pass though. And the kick ain't great either by Onana. Here comes Smith Rowe. Went for the cross. Fulham have the corner. Slow from United at the minute. And these are the moments that Fulham have got to take before United decide they're going to wake up again. Oh, and I'll tell you what, it flicked on. Cleared away, but Fulham's still coming. Foul on Diego Darlow by Adama Traore. The flick on was excellent. Who was it? Yeah. Good header on as well, and just needed a touch. But no one can get to it. So Onana to take the free kick. Xerxes warming up for United. Rodrigo. No foul. They do win it back though through Tete. United just keeping it for the minute, just kind of trying to don't know what they're trying to do at the minute. They're just trying to play it out from the back. Ball goes forward though, it's hit hopefully. But Bassi puts it out for a throw to United deep in the Fulham half. Martinez is a poor pass. And Adama Traore's got the pace here. Look at Rashford getting back. And Rashford gives away a foul. Overzealous there from Rashford. And Fulham have a free kick. Just nervy from United at the moment. So free kick in a dangerous position for Fulham. Just if they can get this right, this is going to cause United problems. They haven't been able to compete really for the set pieces that Fulham have put in so far, at least in the second half so far. Pereira looking deep, and Onana plucks it out of the air. Gets it out to... it's a great ball. Very good ball. Rashford. Still Rashford. Oh, and Mount again. Well, not again, but Mason Mount. It's denied by Bernd Leno. Rashford did well. It was a great ball as well to find Rashford. Short corner to Diallo. To Fernandez. He's gone for another United corner. Here's a chance again. Yeah, really good stop that from Bernd Leno as well. Very, very good stop. Fernandez with the corner. Leno did well under pressure. Mount heads it back, but everyone's offside. And it goes for a Fulham goal kick. Carl's nice cross. It was, well, a bit of luck, I think. With this ball here from Fernandez to find Rashford. Very, very good pass. Fernandez. Referee played advantage, but nothing comes from it. Robinson loses it to Maguire. Still Maguire. And cross from Diallo goes out for a throw. Bloody throw. Corner. Just starting to ramp the pressure up a little bit, United. Bit of a slow start to the second half, but they're starting to find their feet again. Corner after corner after corner, says Carl. See if United can make anything of this one. In it goes. I'll tell you, it was a poor one, actually, to be fair. It was a bit of a poor corner. Bruno switching it. Rashford takes it down well. Casemiro. And it's going to be Kobe Mainoo. And wide it goes. But it's a lot better from United. Good effort from Kobe Mainoo. Laid it off well, but dragged it wide. Does Kobe Mainoo? Just doesn't quite get the connection. But again, another sign from United that, you know, if Fulham aren't careful. Oh, I'll tell you what. Fulham have won it back here. Robinson delayed it too much, and the cross is a poor one. But Fulham still have it. Traore. Deep cross, no one there. And Bazari can't do anything with it. Is it going to come in again? It does, but it's a poor one. An easy time from Casemiro and cleared away by United. Again, it's another chance. And this is what the smaller clubs have to do if they're going to impact the results this season. They've got to be clinical, and they've got to. It's almost like pinpoint. Iwobi can't find his man. Maguire. Does well, wins the throw. Just think that it's going to start to open up a bit more, this one. Michael says there's a goal coming very soon. Very open play. Feels a bit like it, doesn't it? Feels a bit like a goal is going to be on its way. Joshua Zirkzee looks like he's coming on now for his debut for United. Had a very good season for Bologna last season, Joshua Zirkzee. Carl, she's probably lurking. And here we go. Here come the changes. Matthias de Ligt is coming on for his debut too. Be interested to see who he comes on for. Rashford. Tete does well. Or passed out from one gin. I wonder if she forgot to add the tonic to it. So Zirkzee will come on for United. There she is. She's still awake. She's still with us. Foul. Free kick to Manchester United as well. Well, you'd think that Mason Mount would be the one to come off. So here we go. So Amad Diallo coming off and Alejandro Garnacho coming on for Manchester United. There's your first change. Second change coming up is going to be Joshua Zirkzee. And it is Mason Mount. And it's on the hour mark. It's working out well, Mount, isn't it? Hey, Mason, it's all working out well. So his goals last season, Joshua Zirkzee fired Bologna to the Champions League this season. United spent money on him. Let's see how well he can do in his first few minutes for Manchester United. That would have been an awesome bet to have Mason Mount taken off in the hour mark. It's a surefire winner, I'm sure of it. Sure, it's a surefire winner. Iwobi. Space here for Pereira. Ball goes in, and it's deep. Rodrigo. Oh, and it nearly dipped as well. I tell you what, great effort. Rodrigo had to do something with it, and I'll tell you what, he's done well here. Well, maybe he would have dipped in, but Onana couldn't take any chances. Carl says, could you see Mount lasting at United for his full contract? To be honest, no. Unless for some, unless he has like a superstar season at some point, which I don't think will happen. I don't see him lasting at United. Dangerous corner though from Fulham, and it's cleared out for another corner here. It's just starting to open up a little bit more at the minute. Pereira swings it in. Decent cross as well. Cleared away. Robinson. Smith Rowe. Fernandez. And the block. Woof. So Fulham change. Tom Kearney coming on. And it will be Emil Smith Rowe who will come off as well. Bit of a strange debut. He's been okay. Former Arsenal man, of course. Give him some time. I think he'll do really well for Fulham. So Tom Kearney on for Fulham. Smith Rowe off. Oof. Onana gambling there. But here come United with Garnacho. Darlow tried to switch the play but couldn't. And here come United. Mainu's wanted back on the left-hand side here. Traore does really well. But Fulham again lose it. Xerxes. Rashford. Great ball in. Cleared away by Robinson. And it goes out of play for a throw to Fulham. Just starting to bobble a little bit now, isn't it? Starting to open up more. Garnacho, I think, probably needed to kind of gamble a little bit more. But just, I guess he chose not to. So Fulham will take this if they can. If they do get a draw. Great ball. Here's Fernandez. He's going to go for goal. It's blocked. A little bit selfish, perhaps. And here we go. Counter attack here. 2-on-1. It's on the pass. Wow, 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 that pass. Oh, and he's offside as well, that pass. Wow, wow, wow. That's the chance. That's the chance they needed. 2-on-1 as well, and he absolutely fluffed it. Iwobi won back well by Mazraoui. Casemiro headed away, and that's going to G up Man United now. Darren Smith says evening all. Roll on 5:30 tomorrow for West Ham and all our new signings. We will either be amazing or a total pile of poo. Well, we've got the watch along for it. We've definitely got the watch along waiting for us tomorrow for West Ham against Aston Villa. We'll be watching that one along. Michael Painter says, what a let-off. Absolute let-off. That's where the smaller teams need to do better, I think. Especially Fulham. And I say smaller teams because obviously... Actually, let's see what happens here. Corner comes in. It's cleared away. That's where they need to do better. That pass was a poor one. So poor. It's an easy one to make as well, and it's so poor. Carlson's getting tasty now. It is. Lots of opportunity. It's starting to open up. Basically, that's what's happening. But 25 minutes to go. Still 0-0. Maguire. So United have it just on the halfway line. Great switch of play over to Diego Darlow. Back post. Great header by Anthony Robinson. Otherwise, Garnacho was in. Carl says some good end-to-end football. What you need for an opening game, you do. And again, the cross here is a fabulous one, but the defending is even better. Corner comes in from Fernandez. Is a poor one. Garnacho. And a bit of a weak effort there from Garnacho. Easily held by Bernd Leno. Yeah, so interesting choice that De Ligt hasn't come on. But I guess if United do get a goal, he probably will come on. Foul, free kick to Fulham. Going to get the free kick to be taken once again. Strange. Andreas Pereira booked. Okay, fair enough. I can see why. So Fulham have a free kick. 20 minutes to go. Great cross in. Just too high for Calvin Bassey. Silly yellow card, really, because he was doing that, signalling that someone else should get booked. So the rule is that he gets booked too. Fernandez, Rashford onside for a minute, but good touch that by Diop. Tom Kearney. Great switch. Blocked brilliantly. It's getting a little bit anxious for the United fans. Just sensing that Fulham just starting to get on top of this at the moment. And I think really that's what the smaller clubs need to do is come to places like Old Trafford or go to Man City or go to Chelsea. I mean, Chelsea being where they are, fair enough, but Arsenal and stuff like that, and literally have a go. Have a go. Brilliant stuff. Traore. Great. Oh, I'll tell you what, great bit of football. And in the end, Onana gathers up. United fans just getting a little bit impatient now. So it kind of makes you think that maybe Ten Hag, when he said that his team weren't ready for the new season, maybe he was correct. Fernandez. I don't think Xerxes really touched the ball since he's been on, has he? Very quiet. Here come Fulham again. I'll tell you what, he probably could have dummied that. It's getting tasty. Yellow card. That's coming out to Tom Kearney, who's just come on and now he's been booked. It's a foul on Garnacho. It's getting a little bit spicy out there now. And I'm all for it. So free kick to Manchester United. Go short. No, play on, says the ref. I thought that would have been a foul. Counter attack here. I tell you what, it's 5-on-3 or so here. Kenny. Oh, Again, it's another chance. Oh, just... I mean, even Martinez could have put it into his own net. Corner comes in, though. Flicked over. Another Fulham corner. I think we're going to be in for a fascinating last 15 minutes here. Oh, and it's another corner to Fulham here. They're just keeping the pressure on a minute. Michael Painter says, big chance, should have done better. I mean, two massive chances for Fulham. Two massive chances for Fulham. So Pereira will take the corner once again. In it goes. It's a deep one this time. Kearney. Poor header by Tom Kearney. One back by Anthony Robinson. Tell you what, Fulham they're giving it a go. That's what you like to see. I mean, the team that is behind, you know, sort of in it, not the favourites, giving it a real good go. What a pass that is from Diop. Traore. Oh, no, nothing from the ref. Not giving that as a foul. Robinson does well to get it back from Garnacho. Fulham are on top here. Don't be surprised. Kearney. That's a poor attempt. Iwobi wins it back. Here we go. Yeah. Oh my goodness me. How much closer can Fulham sort of try and get? It's one of those games now where it's like Fulham will do well and then they'll have their chances and then United will nick it. And that's not what we want. Jesus. Paul Hussey, good. Thank you for the super sticker. Appreciate your support there. United look all over the place defensively at the moment. So double change for Fulham. Harry Wilson coming on. Adama Traore and who's that coming off there? Oh, Rodrigo. So Traore and Rodrigo Muniz off for Fulham. Harry Wilson and Raul Jimenez coming on for Fulham. So throw into Fulham here. Michael says, yes, not just hanging on for a draw. Fulham deserve something out of the game. Don't be surprised. I mean, United they've had a couple of half chances, should we say, but they haven't really done a great deal in this second half. And in the last sort of 10 minutes alone, Fulham, I mean, 2 massive chances. Iwobi. No foul, says the ref. And here we go. Opportunity. Xerxes. Garnacho. Fernandez. Opens up and it's poor. Poor again. Bring on tomorrow's watch-alongs. I'm already excited for them. Double change. Oh, Johnny Evans is coming on. Wow, okay. But Matthijs de Ligt coming on as well for his debut. So Johnny Evans in for Harry... No, Johnny Evans is coming on for Harry Maguire. Yeah, Mazraoui's done really well, I think. He's going to be a good signing for United. And he goes off, and Matthijs de Ligt comes on for his debut. Ball over the top. Here we go. Garnacho. And Tete did well, even though it was behind. Tete did well. Paul Hussey says United need to get Rasmus Højlund back ASAP. God, he does so well there, Kenny Tete. Don't, Carl. No, stop. It's a bloody good penalty, though, wasn't it? Carl says, can write this now. United get a penalty. Evans takes the penalty, and it goes skywards. Oh, that'd be the stuff of dreams once again. Here we go. Tide starting to change. Poor from Robinson. Unchallenged. Dalot. And the cross is too close. And United fans getting frustrated. So Scott McTominay coming on for Manchester United. Kobe Mainoo, maybe. That's all I can think of. Here's Harry Wilson. Good ball into the middle there for Tom Kearney. Iwobi. Into Wilson, who's in the penalty box, and De Ligt does well to see him out. Goes for a goal kick. So Scott McTominay coming in. Yeah, Kobe Mainoo, fair enough. It's the change I thought would happen, and it has done. McTominay on for Kobe Mainoo. Poor from Onana. Goes out of play for a Fulham throw here. Lukic, poor attempt at a pass there. Casemiro given away. It's going to be a fascinating last 5 minutes, this. Wilson. Foul. Free kick to Fulham. Given away by, I think, Johnny Evans. Michael says, if I was a United fan, I would be thinking another season outside the top four. Here's Jimenez. Wilson making the run. The pass is a poor one. Johnny Evans with the block. Garnacho. No, ref says get up. He fell over. To be fair, he wasn't touched. Kearney. Tete, look at the space. Finds Pereira. Kenny going back to Diop, who goes over to Calvin Bassey. Iwobi. Casemiro does well. And can Darlow get it away? Martinez. Fernandez as well. Here's Xerxes. Casemiro. Ball goes in. And there it is. What did I tell you? I told you it was going to be one of those games that United were going to nick it regardless. It's exactly what they've done. It's exactly what they've done. They've nicked it right at the end. Joshua Xerxes. I'll tell you what, it's a great finish. And that's the difference between taking a chance and not taking your chances. So ball goes in. So the ball goes in, and it is, yeah, Xerxes with the touch. Yeah, he doesn't know much about it, to be fair. No, it's his touch. I'll tell you what, it's a great touch as well. And again, it's his goals that got Bologna into the Champions League. Are they going to fire United to success this season? And for all of Fulham's hard work, it's now been undone. And time is very much against Fulham at the moment. Still time though. There's a bit of time, but not a great deal of time. Here's a Wobie. Pereira. Robinson. Sold short. Sold short with the pass, and then it's brought away by United. Darlow. It's a poor one. Poor pass. Really sloppy. Tete. Great play by Jimenez as well. Here's Harry Wilson into the box. That's a foul by Lisandro Lopez on Kenny Tete. Carl says, to be honest, Fulham have played an awesome game. Can't wait to see what they do the rest of the season. I don't know what they've had 2 chances in this game. They couldn't take any of them. That counter attack was the one that they needed, the one, and I think momentum would have been with them. But 4 minutes of injury time to add on here. Hope you've enjoyed the watch along here. The Premier League is back, and back with a bit of a bang. Pereira with the free kick. In it goes. And their header is, well, not a good one, but a Fulham throw. Double change coming up for Fulham. Jay Stansfield coming on for Fulham. So Harrison Reed in for Sasa Lukic and Andres Pereira off. Jay Stansfield on. Stansfield, as the commentator just said, was on loan at Exeter at one point, and Birmingham City as well. So 4 minutes of injury time. We've played 90 seconds of that. For me, Fulham, comfortable mid-table finish this season, I think. I've seen enough in this game to think that they'll be fine. Fernandez did well. Great ball in. Great block as well. Attack isn't finished yet. Iwobi. Kearney. Cleared away by Martinez. Casemiro wins a free kick. Michael says, got to feel sorry for Fulham, but it's goals that count. That's the problem. like I said, they had the opportunities, the breakaways and everything else, but just nothing. Just nothing. But, you know, it's the flash of brilliance from Joshua Zirkzee that separates two teams. And if they can, you know, he's going to have a real headache unless he's going to plan on playing Højlund and Zirkzee together. But, yeah, be interesting to see what Ten Hag does when Højlund is fit. But while Højlund isn't fit, you might as well make the most of the fact that Zirkzee's got his goal here. And you chuck him in the next game, rather than playing two midfielders up front. So, thank you to you lot for watching. We're going to have our end of the game things, thoughts. That's what I was thinking of, thoughts. And then we'll have our sort of player of the match sort of guesses as well, who we think our player of the match should be. Oh, and Rashford. Oh, wow, what a miss. What a miss. What a miss that is. You go from scoring an excellent overhead kick last season, Garnacho, to missing that. Goodness me. So throw in here to Fulham. And that's going to do it. Well. Well, I'll tell you what, the Premier League is back for sure, isn't it? The Premier League is definitely back. Manchester United 1. Fulham 0 at full time. And yeah, what a what a frantic end to that game. It needed an injection of a goal. It definitely had it, and it sparked the game into life at the end. Fulham, who had two massive, and I can't stress enough how huge those chances were. But Joshua Zirkzee with the only goal of the game, giving Manchester United the win and a winning start to the season. So full-time stats then. Manchester United 55% of the possession, 45% for Fulham. Manchester United 14 shots, 5 on target, 7 off target. And Fulham 10 shots, 2 on target, 4 off target. Man United's passes 474 to Fulham's 380. Be a totally different game had Fulham done what they needed to with the counter-attacks and everything else, but they just couldn't do it. So blimey. La Liga's kicked off this evening as well. Ligue 1 in France has kicked off this evening as well. What else has kicked off this evening? The German Cup kicked off this evening as well. Harry Kane scored in that one. Yeah, we've had lots of things happening as well. Coventry 2, Oxford United 2, as it stands in that game as well. That is reaching its reaching its finish. But goodness me. So if you've enjoyed the stream, do feel free to smash the like button. As always, it helps us out immensely. Thank you to everyone that has watched. We'll get some thoughts in here. What did you think about the game? If not, we will get ourselves out of here. 12:15 tomorrow afternoon. We are back for Ipswich versus Liverpool on the watch along there. And then we are also back 5:15 tomorrow afternoon for West Ham against Aston Villa. Michael says, good game from what I saw, and I not think too many teams will be worried about going to Old Trafford this season. That's the thing, I think. So if you take like so for example, like an Arsenal or maybe a Liverpool or maybe like a Man City, maybe a Villa or Spurs, they'll go to Old Trafford and they'll probably think they've got a good chance. And I wouldn't write them off. Do you know what I mean? So I think they've got a very, very good chance. But yeah, what a way to kick off! What a way to kick off the Premier League season. 0-0 all the way until Joshua Zirkzee with a little toe poke finish, gifting United all 3 points. Well, I think player of the match for myself would probably be Bruno Fernandes, as much as it kills me to say that because I cannot stand Bruno Fernandes. I think he would probably definitely get the our sort of player of the match vote on that one. But yeah, crazy. Carl says, come on, Liverpool. Yeah, everyone's saying their goodbyes. So let's do that. Let's say our goodbyes. Thank you to everyone that's watched, everyone that's voted in the polls, everyone that's popped in, whether just to see what was going on and everything else. The views this evening have been fabulous. So thank you so much. Look forward to doing it all again tomorrow, 12:15. We are going to be live for the build-up to tomorrow's lunchtime kickoff and see how Liverpool get on against Ipswich, newly promoted Ipswich, with Portman Road bouncing with being back in the Premier League for the first time in 22 years. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I will see you tomorrow for the watch along. But until then, look after yourselves and each other. And until then, from us here at the Departure Lounge, it is a good night and a very, very, very proud and privileged team wishes you the very best of evenings. Take care, everyone. Look after yourselves and each other. Good night. Bye-bye for now. Take care.